So in today's episode, I get to play with shapes. Buckle up for safety as I give you a day in the life of facilities maintenance.
Did you fix your hot tub? I saw you found the leak.
I got all the parts. What's going on is every time it rains sideways with the wind blowing, we get water coming in through this vent. So I'm going to take a few measurements because I have an idea. I think I know how I can stop this from becoming a point of water intrusion, as well as allowing it to continue to work. And what it actually is an exhaust vent running from the ceiling down under the drywall, which is actually underneath the stairs, and it heads out the wall right here. But when the water is forced in through that vent, because the duct itself isn't waterproof, the water just finds its way into this little ceiling portion here and runs down the wall and, well, creates all kinds of problems. And you know me, when there are problems, I enjoy them because it allows me to create solutions. I'm sure there are programs that you could use to make something like this, but I like cardboard. Well, believe it or not, this piece of cardboard is going to serve as my template for the piece of metal that I am going to bend and rivet in place to extend the shroud of that vent. Now, I just have to find a piece of metal that will suffice. It has to be something that's not going to rust and will hold up to that which I am subjecting it to. Okay, perfect. But before I commit to that, I am going to use my cardboard template and then go check my fitment before I start cutting up a piece of metal. It stopped raining sideways right now, so it's a good time to look at it. I made my template, or my final kind of template. You know, from that heavy piece of cardboard to this piece of construction paper, I should have actually taken the time to find something a little better than this piece of green construction paper because it really is too flimsy for what I'm trying to use it for. Although, I managed. Okay, before I can go much further for a final test fit, I'm going to need to take a couple of hammers and try and straighten this thing out a little bit. Okay, I've squared that up, and this actually fits quite well now. I do see one other change I want to make, and that is right here. I want to bring that out at 90 to extend this down further. So I have to remember that, 90 degrees on this corner here. Okay, time to transfer my measurements onto the actual piece of metal that I'll be using. Whenever I make something like this, I don't want it to look like a Band-Aid solution. I want it to look intentional and bespoke for this particular specific purpose, and like it was meant to be there. I think that's got it. I've corrected this angle to be 90. Yeah, I like the look of that. Fortunately, my brain sees shapes, and it can see in the abstract like that. From this to this to this. That should fit in there very well. Okay, we are getting close. Moment of truth coming up right here. Alright, this will work. I just have to get in here and straighten out these little depressions right here. Other than that, I've got my shape and my size correct. I think I'll shorten this so I don't have to stick it so far up underneath the existing shroud, and then in that way I don't have to straighten as much of the existing shroud. Like that. I'm applying a little butyl sealant just to help keep the water from being forced up in between the gaps. A few self-tapping screws, and an old aluminum sign has been repurposed for a new lease on life. That'll do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.